Hello friends, I am Chetan Singadia from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. You are watching the video lecture series for the subject of Cloud Infrastructure and Services. Today we are going to see the database migration service in AWS. Before starting with the database migration service, we would like to see why we need a migration of database. The business is no easy task when it comes to handling situations like security, scaling up or down, etc. So let's look at a few scenarios where AWS Migration Cloud could be better options. First one, your project has started receiving a high volume of traffic overnight. Another need is your client want fast application implementation and deployment. And third need, it's becoming expensive to manage the growing database needs. And fourth need is you are cautious about the mix-up of data center going down. Now, if you migrate to cloud, then the problem mentioned above will get handled automatically. So let's move further and understand what is migration. So let us see what is migration. Migrating your project means moving your data from the on-premises data center to cloud. We are not referring to clouds in the sky. In this case, cloud is the virtualization used over the data center to make the functionalities more flexible. Many companies like GoDaddy, Expedia, etc. have recently moved their businesses to cloud. So friends, this is what migration. Now we would like to see what is AWS. Amazon Web Service is a subsidiary of Amazon.com, which provides on-demand cloud services. AWS made a debut in 2006 with a few services. Then in 2012 launched the AWS Marketplace that accommodate a vast range of services provided by AWS. Now we would like to see the phases of database migration services. There are 5 phases of DMS, that is nothing but database migration service. In the phase 1, discovery the apps which can be moved to cloud. Second phase, assessment, choosing your migration method. And third step, proof of concept, that is POC for AWS storage. And fourth phase, application migration to AWS. And fifth phase, enterprise cloud operations. So these are the phases of database migration services. Now let us understand each phase one by one. First phase is discovery apps which can be moved to cloud. There are times you need not required to move your entire business to the cloud. This is where segregation is important. You need to identify the applications which can be migrated and which cannot. This is what the first phase is all about. Now let us go to the phase 2, that is nothing but choosing the method for AWS migration. In phase 2, that is nothing but assessment. So we have to choose our migration method. Now, depending upon the data, AWS provide different ways to migrate your application. For example, AWS Snowball, AWS Snowmobile, AWS Direct Connect, etc. Once you've chosen your appropriate way to move your data, also look for the resources that you will need for it. So this is what assessment phase of migration method. Now let us look at and explore different ways of storing data in AWS Cloud in phase 3. So in phase 3, we have to understand the proof of concept, that is POC for AWS storage. Once you know how and what you are migrating, next you have to figure out how and where you will store it. The entire motive of moving AWS is to minimize the expenses. In this phase, you will test your workloads and understand about AWS storage service, their benefits, limitations, and the necessary security controls. So this is what proof of concept for AWS storage. Let us understand phase 4, that is application migration to AWS. Now that you have all the prerequisites like blueprint, migration tools, list of assignments, backups, and its synchronization with your on-premises data repositories, you can finally migrate your project to AWS Cloud. Once you have migrated your project to the cloud, the reliability and durability are the added benefits that you get. So now let us see the changes AWS brings to your architecture that we would like to see in phase 5. So now let us understand what is phase 5, that is enterprise cloud operations. At this point, you have already migrated to AWS, and AWS will bring updates that you will need to incorporate in your existing architecture. Hence, you must ensure that you have a 24/7 support team keeping track of the system maintenance and upgrades after the migration. So this is what all about the different phases of AWS migration and how to implement it. Let's explore the strategies for AWS migration. Now we would like to see there are some of the migration strategies, or we can say the 6 R's. These are given below. The first one is rehost, replatforms, repurchase, refactor, retire, and retain. So these are the strategies of migration. Now let us understand each strategy one by one. So first one is rehost. You have your application ready and working. Then you can simply rehost it on AWS. It is also referred to lift or shift. You lift your service and applications from your hosting environment and shift them to cloud using third-party exporting tool. So this is what rehost strategy. Next strategy is replatform. You have an outdated version of your application running on your hosting environment. So you have to modify your applications and then rehost it. Replatform is a modification of lift and shift. It involves optimizing the cloud architecture to achieve the benefits without changing the core architecture of the applications. So this is what the replatform strategy of migration. Now let us understand repurchase strategies. There would be certain applications that won't be compatible with the new architecture. So in that case, you need to purchase a new application for a new architecture. AWS Marketplace provides a wide range of services that do with the pay-as-you-use model. Repurchase is also referred to as drop and shop, where you upgrade, ease the implementation, and accept the new architecture and make changes to the existing model. So this is what repurchase strategy of migration. Next migration strategy is refactor. You want to add up new features, scale up the limits of the existing business model, and perform that are difficult with the existing environment. So you reconsider your needs, though the solution is a bit expensive, but still it is improving business by moving to a service-oriented architecture will benefit your business in the longer run. So friends, this is what refactor strategy of migration. Now next strategy is retire strategies. After AWS migration, you can differentiate between useful and useful-less resources. Hence, you cut off all the resources that are no longer useful to your business and build a strategy around the new resources. This will cut down the extra cost. Also, lesser things to worry about. Now you can focus on maintaining the resources used by the new business model. So this is what retire strategy of migration. Next strategy is retain. Let us understand what is retain. As you know, the section of your project you need to migrate, you can simply use any of the above mentioned strategies, then build a strategy to retain those applications, which according to your business model are yet not ready to be migrated to the cloud, or the applications that were upgraded recently. So this is what a retain strategy of migration. Now we would like to see the benefits of AWS migration. There are three benefits. First one is elasticity, then disaster recovery, and enhanced cost management. Let us see what is elasticity. Adding and removing capacity whenever it is needed is the greatest benefit of elasticity. Disaster recovery. With a 99.95% guaranteed uptime, businesses can be confident knowing that their data will always be available. So this is disaster recovery. And third benefit is enhanced cost management. The IaaS, that is infrastructure as a services platform, provides two major benefits. The first one is an IaaS such as Amazon Web Service is available as a monthly services. And second one is it eliminates the need to continue to purchase and maintain physical hardware. So friends, this is what the benefits of AWS migration. Now let us see services for AWS migration. First service is Migration Hub. AWS provides a single location for tracking migration process. Migration Hub gives you the freedom to choose the migration partner and tools that fit your needs. So this is what AWS Migration Hub. Next one is AWS Server Migration Service. AWS SMS is an agentless service that helps migration loads of on-premises workload to AWS easier and faster. It allows you to automate migration and track replication of server. It also makes coordinating with your large-scale server migration is easy. Third service is Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration. This makes the transfer of files over long range to AWS S3 bucket faster and secure. So this is what the S3 Transfer Acceleration. The another service is AWS Snowball. It is a petabyte scale data transfer solution that uses secure devices to transfer another devices. AWS Snowball, it is an exabyte scale data transfer solutions to move an extremely large amount of data to AWS. Snowmobile makes the transfer of massive volumes of data very much easier. And the last service of AWS migration is AWS Kinesis Firehose. It is the easiest out of all the methods, and it can be captured and automatically load streaming data into Amazon S3. You can analyze real-time data to get timely insight of the migration. So friends, this is what the services of AWS migration. So I hope you understood in this video lecture what is migration, what is AWS, what are the benefits of migration services, what are the phases of migration services. Thank you.